Last season, Liverpool won the league title with Arne Slot, and this was their 20th Premier League title. Well, Slot has achieved this in his very first season as a Liverpool manager, but this season has been a complete different story as they struggle to maintain their dominance in the Premier League. They have had a mixed run of results and the pressure is on the manager. Liverpool were once the best club in England, so today I am taking over to bring them back to the top. So starting with the team, we have a pretty strong attack. Well, why not, as the club have recently spent nearly 250 million on Isak and Wits, who are definitely going to be there in my starting 11. On the right wing, we have Mohamed Salah, while on the other wing, I have decided to go with Chiesa over Gakpo, as I consider playing Gakpo more on the attacking midfield or as a striker. Our midfield and defense are looking good too, although we don't have much depth in the midfield, especially on the defensive side. But we will see in the future, as I don't want to jump on the transfer market, as I like to play some games and then after that we will decide which players are going to be our regulars and which area we need to improve. And as of now, our tactics are going to be short passing and normal defensive approach. And moving ahead towards our first match as a Liverpool manager, and it is going to be against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield. A win today can bring our first trophy for the club, as on paper we are far better than them. With the start of the game, Crystal Palace wasted no time and started to attack, but their pass got intercepted by Wits. Later it is Mohamed Salah leading the attack, dribble past the opponent, find McAllister, who scores a wonderful goal to make it 1-0. After that, Crystal Palace again started to attack, but Konate was there to block them. Later, Isak finds Chiesa, who appears to be onside, and a great chance for him, one-on-one against the keeper, makes no mistake, scores the goal to make it 2-0 and a proper goal from the counter attack. Later, Witt finds Isak, who is now in a great position, but his shot was saved by the keeper. At nearly 37 minutes, we got a corner. Let's see if we can score from there or not, and a header by Konate to make it 3-0. And with this goal, we definitely put our hands on the trophy. And in the end, we managed to win the game 5-0. We just not only win the game, but we destroyed Crystal Palace, who were looking very dominating in the start. After the Community Shield, it is time to focus on the Premier League, as our first match will be up against Bournemouth, which we're definitely not going to play. Instead, I will be playing Newcastle United away from home, and after that we will be hosting Arsenal, which is definitely going to be an interesting game. In our first match of the Premier League, we won 3-2 and it is a tight margin, but now let's focus on away game, and it is Newcastle United, whose midfield is looking pretty strong. And talking about our starting lineup, only a slightly changed Gakpo and Kerkez will be starting instead of Chiesa and Robertson. Well, it is an away game, always difficult to play, but we need to get these 3 points in order to stay at the top. In the start of the game, we got a pretty good chance to score, but the ball was taken away from Isak. And later, Mohamed Salah took things in his own hand and scored a wonderful goal, and Newcastle United cannot believe what just happened. And after that, it is Mohamed Salah once again with the ball, find Wits, who misses an open goal, and it should be 2-0. It is Newcastle United with the attack, with Thuram, who tried to score but his shot was off target. Well, near halftime we have given away a free kick which is near to the penalty area, and it is looking quite dangerous, but Konate was there to clear the ball and he finds Mohamed Salah. With this, Mohamed Salah has started a counter attack and later find Isak, and he scored against his former club. Yes, he can, and he makes the goal line 2-0. Later, Isak got another opportunity, but this time his shot was saved by the keeper. After that, Newcastle United has started to play a different type of football, as they have decided to play possession, and it was really difficult to even touch the ball. With this, they tried to shoot from outside of the box, but our goalkeeper was there. Later, we are again on the attack, and this time Aktike with the dribbling finds Dominic, and this he scores his first goal of the Premier League to make it 3-0. At nearly 90 minutes, it's Mohamed Salah once again, this time tried to score the goal but hit the pole, and what a goal this could be. And with this victory, we have managed to win our first 3 games as a Liverpool manager, but the biggest test is yet to come. as we take on Arsenal at home. Well, we have to be careful about this as Trossard is in very good form, scoring 3 goals in his last 2 games. Although the game is going to be at home, so we will definitely be getting the home advantage. But we have changed the difficulty to legendary from world class, so let's see if we can cope up with this or not. So we started with the first attack of the game, which is looking really promising, but we made an error in the final pass. And just after a few minutes we got another chance, but Florian Wirtz misses a golden opportunity to make it 1-0. And now it is Arsenal with the attack. Our defense is struggling against Martin Odegaard. He shoots and it is saved by the keeper. Later Konate made a mistake and it's a penalty for Arsenal. Moreover, he's going to get booked for this. It's Gyökeres for Arsenal who missed the penalty by hitting the pole, and it is Konate who is the most relieved man on the pitch. Well, it was looking really difficult to score the goal, but Florian Wirtz rises to the occasion to score a wonderful goal to make it 1-0. At the 55th minute, Mohamed Salah once again leading the attack. He finds Florian Wirtz, but this time he shot directly to the keeper. Later we started another attack. It is Cody Gakpo and it is looking really promising, who finds a TK who scores a wonderful goal, and it is 2-0 and we are leading at Anfield. Later Arsenal with yet another shoot, and again what a great save by the keeper. But just when we thought it is over for Arsenal, Declan Rice breaks the deadlock for Arsenal and scores a goal to make it 2-1, and they are back in this game. Moreover, they have decided to bring on Gabriel Jesus replacing Odegaard, and now we have to defend this 1-goal lead for the rest 10 minutes. Later, Arsenal launches another attack, and what a cross in the middle and what a save in the end. And definitely this could be the most crucial save of this game. With the full-time whistle blown, we have managed to win against Arsenal at Anfield, and this brings us the 3 points we need. And if I look at the league table, we are still at the second spot behind Manchester City, and as you can see, we are unbeaten in our first 3 games. Well, we are on the transfer deadline day, and it is the perfect time to bring our first player, that is the first signing of the season. And I have decided to sign Rodrigo from Real Madrid because after playing few games with this team, I really think that we need to improve the depth on the wings. So we have done the deal with Real Madrid for about 88 million, and Rodrigo is officially our red. With his installment, obviously he's going to be in our starting 11, so Chiesa needs to step down, but let me remind you, nothing is permanent, as it all depends upon how he performs with this team. Our next match will be up against Burnley away from home, and this will be the debut match for Rodrigo. In the first attack of the game, we are looking really good with Rodrigo. He passes the ball to Isak, who scores a goal to make it 1-0. Later it is Burnley with the attacks, try to score from a tight angle, but somehow we survived. After some time, Rodrigo made a bad tackle, and this led to his first booking of the Premier League. Well, the game is about to end, but Burnley with the last attack of the game, which is looking really good. This could be 1-1, but somehow the shot was off target. And with that, we are still undefeated in the Premier League and we get our 3 points. And up next, we have a Champions League game away from home, which I'm not going to play, as I'm more interested in the game against Everton in the Premier League. So in the Champions League, I have used a more of a secondary team, and still we won the game 3-2. And now coming back to the Premier League, it is time to focus on Everton, who are really in a good form. Only 1 loss in last 4 games. And looking at the stats, it is Jack Grealish who might be the reason for that. At the start of the game, Wirtz shot from outside of the box, but it was straight to the keeper. Later, McAllister got a wonderful chance to score, but his shot was off target. And after a few minutes, Mohamed Salah was through on goal, but he also misses the goal. Well, one after the other, we are missing so many easy goals, and definitely this might haunt us later in the game. But sooner than later, he makes up for his mistakes and scores a wonderful goal to make it 1-0. And later he links up with Wirtz, scoring his second goal of the game, increasing his tally to 3 in the Premier League. Right at the brink of the half-time, Konate header hits the pole. Van Dijk with an open goal, but he misses the chance. And now Everton with the attack, but our goalkeeper is top-notch. Well, later Rodrigo finds Isak, who scored the third goal of this game and put the game under bet. And in the end, we have won the game 3-1 and are currently at the top of the league. Well, up next we have a match against Wrexham in the Carabao Cup, and after that Crystal Palace away from home in the Premier League, plus a Champions League game away from home, and we are going to skip all of them because after these games we will be traveling to Chelsea for the Premier League game. Well, in the Carabao Cup we won but lost 2-1 in the Premier League against Crystal Palace. That means now we have to win the game against Chelsea in order to pressurize Manchester City at the top. And in the match against Chelsea, we lost the game 3-2, and definitely this was the most difficult game in this career mode. Well, unfortunately the recorded video got corrupted as it seems to be some PS5 recording glitch, and I have tried everything possible to recover the video, but seems to me it is not possible as of now. And up next we have to play against Manchester United at home, who are struggling, only 7 points in the last 7 games. But let me remind you, we are not doing anything good either. In the last 2 Premier games we have lost both of them. This match is definitely going to be critical and we have to win it in order to challenge Manchester City for the title. The game has just started and Cody Gakpo has scored an unbelievable goal to make it 1-0, and Manchester United cannot believe what they have witnessed. Later, United tried to score the same goal, but the shot was straight to the keeper. After a few minutes, we are on the attack once again. It's Mohamed Salah who comes inside and scored a wonderful goal to make it 2-0. And just after a few minutes, Florian Wirtz links up with Mohamed Salah, who was not going to miss from there, and scores the goal to make it 3-0. And let me remind you, it's on legendary difficulty. I really don't know if we are playing too good or this United team is really trash. In the start of the second half, United got lucky and Mbuno scored an open goal to make it 3-1. Later, Rodrigo got a good opportunity to score the goal, but it was saved by the keeper. Manchester United started a counter-attack, a lofted pass in the middle, and Mbuno scored a wonderful goal, and it is 3-2. That means this game is not over yet. Later, Rodrigo links up with Gakpo, who scored the goal, and we are back with a 2-goal lead. Later in the game, Konate has given away a penalty by making a bad tackle on Mbuno. Bruno Fernandes goes for the top corner, and there is no way we could have saved that. And with this goal, it is back to 4-3, and we have to defend this 1-goal lead for the rest of the 13 minutes. The game went on to 5 minutes of extra time, and it's Rodrigo with the last attack scored the goal to make it 5-3, and surely we have won this game. The man of the match for this game is Florian Wirtz, as he got 3 assists to his name and he was all over the news after this performance. Well, now we have to focus on the Champions League as we take on Inter Milan at San Siro. Well, as of now in the Champions League we are doing pretty good. 2 games, 2 wins, but now I am going to reshuffle the team because with this we will get to know how other players perform on the pitch. So this is going to be my team for this match, and as you can see, this is more of a team B. The first attack of the game is from the former Serie A player Chiesa, who shoots, but he was unlucky as he hits the pole, but the shot was really nice. Later, Lautaro Martinez scored the first goal of the game, and clearly our defense is completely broken. Just after a few minutes, they scored the goal once again to make it 2-0, and this time it is a low driven shot. Later, Ekitike got a golden opportunity to score the goal, but in the end the shot was really poor. But from the corner, Ibrahimo Konate doesn't disappoint, and we are back in the game. In the second half, we scored once again, and this time it is Rodrigo, and it is 2-2. We are back in the game. And just after a few minutes, the youngster Bogdanovic scored a goal to make it 3-2, and we are leading at San Siro. At the 90th minute, Bogdanovic got another chance to make a double in the Champions League, but his shot was saved. And in the end, we have managed to win 3-2 against Inter Milan with our team B. After this game, we have a match against Brentford away from home, which we are not going to play because after this we will be playing Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. In the Brentford game, we won 2-0, and now we are equal points with Manchester City in the league. But now the focus is on Arsenal, Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. In just the start of the game, Mohamed Salah got a good opportunity and he scored a wonderful goal to make it 1-0. It is Florian Wirtz with the curler, but it was saved by the keeper. Near 22 minutes, Arsenal scores a banger to make it 1-1 and they are back in the game. Later, Mohamed Salah tried to score once again, but it was saved by the keeper. Florian Wirtz with the long range and again keeper makes a brilliant save. But from the corner, Ibrahima Konate stood up once again and we are leading 2-1 in the Carabao Cup. It's Martin Odegaard for Arsenal, but our goalkeeper made a brilliant save. At just the start of the second half, Arsenal made a mistake and McAllister scored a goal to make it 3-1. Later, Arsenal tried to score, but they were unlucky as they hit the pole and Saka misses an open goal. A lofted pass to Gyökeres, but our goalkeeper made a save to deny him. At near 89 minutes, Wirtz put the game under bat by scoring from the outside of the box, and what a goal this is. And with this win, we are through to the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup. But in today's episode, we will be playing Aston Villa and Manchester City in the Premier League, which is definitely going to be interesting as Aston Villa are currently in the 6th position while City are the league leaders. And if we won both the games, then in the end, we will be sitting at the top of the table. The match has just started. Mohamed Salah got the first chance to score, but his shot was saved. Later, Rodrigo finds Isak, who was definitely not going to miss from there, and scored his 6th Premier League goal of the season. Well, we have to be careful as Watkins was so near to score the equalizer and I don't know how it is still 1-0. After a few minutes, we made a mistake and this time Watkins is not going to miss and he scored the equalizer and they are back in the game. Later, Frimpong finds Isak, who completely destroyed Aston Villa defense and we are back in the game. It is 2-1. Watkins once again near our box, but this time the shot is very poor. In the second half, we can clearly see that this Aston Villa team is not going to step down. It's Mohamed Salah tried to shoot from outside of the box, but Martinez denies his effort. Well, Milan completely destroyed Salah and Frimpong. He finds Watkins, who was through on goal. It could be 2-2, but later he decided not to shoot. It's Isak with the brilliant pass to Chiesa, who was through on goal. He takes his time and bang, he shoots for the top right corner and it is 3-1. With the full-time whistle blown, we have defeated Unai Emery, Aston Villa and grabbed those 3 points. But even after this win, we are still at the 2nd place behind City. Well, they haven't lost a single game and that explains a lot. But we do have the chance to break this invincibility, but before that we face PSV in the Champions League where we defeated them 4-2 and Ekitike was named the player of the match. And now the focus is on City. A win here can lead us to the top of the Premier League. Well, in order to do so, our defenders need to be on their toes. As Omar Marmoush has been in incredible form, he has scored 12 goals in just 10 games and stopping him in this game is going to be a big challenge for us. In the start of the game, Konate made a strong tackle inside the penalty area. Fans appeal for the penalty but referee says plays on. Later, Salah tried to score from long distance but Donnarumma with a flying save. With the corner, Konate made a powerful header but surprisingly Donnarumma denies it once again. By the looks of it, it is looking very difficult to beat Donnarumma, but Isak stood up for the team and scored a banger to make it 1-0. Later, we are on the counter attack. It's Mohamed Salah through on goal, scored the 2nd goal of the game and we are winning against City 2-0. It is Haaland for City scored for them but it was ruled offside. Well, like I said, we have to be careful for Mohamed as he scored the 1st goal for City and they are back in the game. And just after that, we decided to bring on Gakpo replacing Rodrigo. The momentum is clearly with City and just after a few minutes they score once again and the scoreline is now level. It is Erling Haaland for City once again in our box and this time hits the ball and I really don't know how we survived this attack. The way this City team is playing, they are definitely out of control right now. In the closing stage of the game, City scored once again and they are leading 3-2 and we got only 9 minutes left to respond to this. Just when we thought we have lost the game, Chiesa finds Dominic, who scored the goal to make it 3-3, and it all happening at the 90th minute. With the full-time whistle blown, we have managed to get a draw out of City, although we started pretty good 2-0 lead against them. But let's be honest, we all know that this game was not going to be easy. The first match is going to be against Nottingham Forest in the Premier League, and let me remind you, every point in this season is crucial. In this game, we won the game 3-1 where Mohamed Salah scored his first hat-trick of the season. But now the real test emerges as we take on Real Madrid in the Champions League, which surprisingly we won 3-1, and I was not expecting that. After this win, we are back in the Premier League as we take on West Ham United, who are currently at the 9th place, exactly 10 points behind us. In this game, I will be starting Ekitike instead of Isa because he is performing really good at the moment. In the start of the game, we got a golden chance, but our final pass got intercepted. But later, Florian Wirtz stood up for the team and scored the goal to make it 1-0. It's when Wan-Bissaka made a tackle on Rodrigo inside the penalty area, and it should be a penalty, but referee says plays on. Well, everything was fine until Wan-Bissaka is through, but his shot was saved by the keeper. Ekitike got the chance to score the goal, but this time he hits the pole. Later, Frimpong links up with Wirtz, who strikes the pole, but this time it went in and it's a double for him. Well, the first half was very comfortable for us, and it is not looking like we are playing on a legendary difficulty. After just few minutes, West Ham United were inside our box, but their shot got saved and they missed a good opportunity. It is Mohamed Salah for us. He is in a good position, but his shot got saved. Well, West Ham United nearly scored the goal, but they missed another easy goal. After some time, they got a good chance, but their shot got saved by the keeper, and even with the rebound, they missed an open goal. And by the looks of it, this West Ham United team seriously need a good striker. And after 90 minutes, we have won the game 2-0 against West Ham United, and even their home supporters are booing their own team. Whereas in the next game against Sunderland, we lost 2 points and the final score is 3-3. And that has cost us in the league table as City are still unbeaten in the Premier League. But before moving forward, we have received an offer for Alisson, and it is Bayern Munich. They are willing to offer nearly 50 million for him. Well, his current value is around 33, so do his age, and if we think about it, at the moment or in the future, this is the best value that we can get for him. Well, surprisingly, Mourinho also wanted to sign Alisson for Benfica, but he couldn't meet the price tag set by Bayern Munich. And in the end, Alisson will be joining Bayern Munich, and the deal has been done in 55 million. And now it is time to play the match against Tottenham Hotspur in the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup. Well, this is one of those games where we can prove the world that this team can still deliver at the highest level. When the game has just started, they are playing pretty well at the moment, especially their new signing Kudos. They are nearly there to score the goal, but our goalkeeper saved the shot. It's Mohamed Salah linking up with Isak, who is through on goal. This could be 1-0, but in the end his shot was very poor. But from the corner, Isak stood up for the team and scored an open goal, and thanks to Van Dijk for the flick. Well, I have to say we have been lucky so far as this Tottenham team is playing something different. If this continues, there is a chance that we might lose this game. In the start of the second half, Wirtz tried to shoot from long range, which was saved by the keeper. Later, Kudos was through on goal. Our goalkeeper made a good save, but he cannot save the header scored by Solanke. And the scoreline now is 1-1, and this has been coming as this team has been destroying our defense from the start. After this, it is time to replace Rodrigo, Robertson and Wirtz because all of them are struggling in this game. After just few minutes, Gakpo made a fine run, beats Ter Stegen and gave us the lead, and what a start for Gakpo in this game. With the installment of Kerkez, he has Kudos in his pocket from the second half. Later, Cody Gakpo made another fine run. He finds Wirtz, but his shot was off target. The game is edging towards the end. 2-1 looks like the final score, but Ekitike with the sliding shot and the game ends in 3-1. And with this, we are through to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Now next we have to play Spurs once again, but this time in the Premier League. Well, this game is going to be important as the gap between us and City are now 4 points and there is no sign of them slowing down. Moreover, Spurs are in the 4th position and they should be given the game they played in the last match. In this game, Gakpo will be replacing Rodrigo given his performance in the Carabao Cup. From the start of the game, Spurs are playing possession football. It was difficult for us to even touch the ball. Later, Kudos linked up with Solanke, but his shot was saved by the keeper. After just few minutes, Spurs destroyed our defense. Solanke with the opener, and they are leading 1-0. Well, this is definitely not looking good if we want to challenge City for the Premier League title. But Florian Wirtz stood up for the team and scored a solo goal, and we are back in the game. We are once again on the attack. This is looking very promising, but in the end, Gakpo's shot was saved by the keeper. Later, once again, Spurs are inside our box, but our defense stopped the attack. Cody Gakpo on a fine run fools the defender and scored a banger to make it 2-1, and we are leading for the first time in this game. It's Cody Gakpo once again, this time links up with Isak, whose shot was saved by the keeper, and what a goal this could be. With the 90 minutes over, we have won the game and Cody Gakpo is the man of the match. In the next two games, we have won 1-0 against Wolves and 2-0 against Leeds, and with this, we are behind City but only with a gap of 2 points. And in today's episode, the January transfer window is opened and Alisson has left the club to join Bayern Munich. And with this, we are left with only one main goalkeeper, so we need to fill this gap. Well, for that, we have signed Mark Travers from Everton for a fee of only 3.3 million. As the transfer window opened, Real Madrid are interested in signing Rodrigo and bring him back to Bernabeu, which we definitely going to reject. Moving ahead, we won 3-1 against Fulham United, and up next we are going to play Arsenal away from home in the Premier League. Well, winning this game is at the top priority because we don't want to increase the gap between us and City. Moreover, Arsenal are among the favourites to win the league title, so we need to stop them. In just the start of the game, Arsenal made a mistake and we punished them, and it is 1-0 in the opening 5 minutes. After just 5 minutes, Rodrigo strikes and the scoreline now is 2-0, and he silenced the home fans. Well, it's Arsenal with the attack and Declan Rice made it 2-1, and the home supporters are behind their team now. Later, Van Dijk finds Wirtz in a good position and he scored from the tight angle, and this is his 8th goal of the Premier League. Later, Konate made a tackle, Saka falls down and referee calls for a penalty, which I don't think is a penalty. Saka from the spot goes to the left and scores the goal to make it 3-2, and this game is not over yet. Florian Wirtz shoots from distance, but it was off target. Later, Gravenberch finds Ekatike, who scored the goal with his first shot of the game, and now we are leading 4-2 away from home. Well, just when we thought the game is over, we made a mistake and Arsenal scored the goal to make it 4-3, and we only have 5 minutes to defend this 1-goal lead. It's McAllister with the last shot of the game got blocked, and it is full time and we have won the game 4-3. In the next 6 games, we only dropped points against Burnley as we drew 1-1. With this, we are still in the second place as City are unbeaten. They are invincible after playing so many games. And now it is time to take on Newcastle United at home, who are fighting for the top 4 spot. And clearly for us, winning this game is a must in order to challenge City for the title. The game has just started and Newcastle United has started to show their dominance. They nearly scored the goal but hit the pole, and we nearly survived this attack. After this, Salah tried to score but his shot was saved by the keeper. From the corner, Salah finds Konate, who hit the pole. We nearly scored but we were unlucky. Later, we got another corner, but this time Konate beats Pope and it is 1-0 at home. After some time, Thuram was so close to scoring the goal, but somehow we survived. With yet another corner, Konate with the flick, Isak got the ball but he misses an open goal. Newcastle United on the attack. A goal at this moment can lead to a draw, but Van Dijk stood up for the team and stops the attack. With the full-time whistle blown, we have won the game 1-0 and are now on level points with City and behind only due to goal difference. The first one is going to be against Wolves in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, although we have a lead of 2 goals in the first leg and I don't think we will lose this. And here you go, we have won the game against Wolves and are through to the finals, and we are going to face Manchester City there, who we are going to face in the league up next. And this game is going to be very important because whoever wins will go to the top of the league. In the first leg of the game, we were not able to create a single chance against them, and the same goes for City. But in the second half, we struck early but it was saved by the keeper. After that same story, no big chances have been created for both the teams. Just when it was looking like a draw, Manchester City strikes its legenders who scored the goal, and as of now there is no way we can even achieve a draw in this game. And with the 90 minutes over, City has won the game and are now currently at the top of the league. Well, after that we have won back-to-back 6 games, 4 in the Premier League and 2 in the FA Cup. And now it is time to play another big game as we take on Bayern Munich in the Champions League round of 16, who are not doing good in the Bundesliga, but let's not forget they are among the top teams in Europe. Well, in this game I will be starting Ekitike because he has delivered in every Champions League game. Moreover, we will be facing our former goalkeeper Alisson, which we have sold to Bayern for a fee of 55 million. In the start of the game, I realized that Isak is playing. I forgot to add Ekitike in the first 11. Our first attack of the game, it's Isak who finds width and he scored the goal to make it 1-0 at the Allianz Arena. Later, McAllister got the ball and he scored from outside of the box to make it 2-0 and he silenced the whole stadium. Later, Bayern Munich tried to score but it was saved by the keeper. It is Harry Kane once again inside our box, but again keeper denies him. Alphonso Davies made a mistake, Salah on the counter attack, but referee blows the halftime whistle. Well, this could definitely lead to the third goal of the game. Later, it's Bayern Munich with the attack. It's Jamal Musiala who scored the goal to make it 2-1, and this game is not over yet. But just after a few minutes, the substitute Curtis Jones scored the goal for us and it is 3-1 and we got our 2-goal lead back. And with the full-time whistle blown, we have won the game 3-1 in the first leg. Let's focus back on the Premier League as we take on Spurs. Well guys, winning this game is at utmost priority because we are just 1 point behind City, and after playing 29 games, they are still unbeaten in the league. It's Spurs with the first attack of the game, but goalkeeper denied them. It is Spurs once again try to attack, but goalkeeper again a brilliant save. Well, by the way things are going, I don't think we can survive any longer. Later, Kudos completely destroyed our defense and scored the goal to make it 1-0. After some time, it's Oyarzabal with the shot, but it was off target. Later, Wits finds Isak, who was through on goal, strikes to make it 1-1 and we are back in the game. It's Spurs once again, and what a save by the keeper. From the corner, it is Konate once again, but this time the header was off target. Well, now we are on the counter attack. It's Salah who is through, who finds Isak, beats 1-2 and creates space to make it 2-1. Well, what a attack. Spurs cannot believe what just happened. Well, with the full-time whistle, we have managed to win the game and grab those 3 points. After this, we have another big battle as we take on Bayern Munich once again, although we have a 2-goal lead from the first leg. And in the second leg, it is a draw. That means we are through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, where we are going to face Real Madrid, and I'm not sure how we are going to stop Mbappe and company. But up next, we have to play another big game as we take on Manchester City in the finals of the Carabao Cup. And today, if we beat City, we can lift the second trophy with the club, but we all know it won't be easy. As last time we faced City, we lost the game, and let me remind you, in this season, City are still unbeaten. In this game, I will be starting Ekitike and the rest of the team remains the same. In the start of the game, we got a pretty good chance, but we did extra passing and lost the ball. Later, it is City with the attack. The passing is so good we cannot even touch the ball, but they did the same mistake. Instead of shoot, they did passing. Later, Van Dijk got booked for a reckless challenge on Marmoush, and now we have to be careful on our defense. Later, it is Rodrigo who was through on goal, and this could be 1-0 against City, but the shot was very poor, no power at all. Later, it is City with the attack. Our defense is open and it is 1-0 Legenders once again, and now we have to do something in order to get back in this game. Later, Rodrigo makes up for his mistake and scored the goal to make it 1-1, and we are back in the game. Near halftime, the ball goes to Van Dijk, who scored a banger to make it 2-1 in the finals. Later, McAllister finds Ekitike, who scored the goal to make it 3-1, and we got a 2-goal lead in the finals of the Carabao Cup. With the full-time whistle blown, we have defeated City 3-1 and are the Carabao Cup winners. And this is the first time City has lost a game in this season. And with this match, we have completed our first 50 games as a Liverpool manager, and the stats are pretty good. But celebration at Liverpool don't last long, because today the pressure is even bigger. First, an FA Cup clash against Arsenal, one mistake and we are out, and after that we have the main event, Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals. Two massive games, one episode. Let's see if this Liverpool team can survive these two games. But just before the game, Arsenal dropped a bombshell. Mikel Arteta has been sacked. And honestly, this doesn't make any sense. They are doing pretty well in every competition and yet he is gone. And Arsenal didn't just sack Arteta, they completely lost the plot. His replacement, Alberto Cabrera, a journalist, yes, a man who writes for Athletic in real life, is now the manager of Arsenal. If he wins today, he will become the permanent manager of Arsenal, but if he loses, it's all over. The game has still started and the worst possible start. Arsenal strikes first. The keeper got a touch to it, but it was not enough. And right after this goal, I'm just thinking, is this journalist better than Mikel Arteta? McAllister tries his luck from distance, but his shot was just wide. It is half time, we are still one goal down. We just need one moment to break their defense or else our FA Cup campaign ends here. Wirtz finds space and pulls the trigger, but once again the keeper denies us. And finally Mohamed Salah steps up, a brilliant solo run. He breaks through the defense and smashes it home. The deadlock is broken. We are back in the game. And just after a few minutes, Isak makes an instant impact, his first touch of the game, and he scored a banger, and suddenly we are leading 2-1. Arsenal are on the attack. Our defense is wide open. Gyökeres pulls the trigger, but the keeper comes up with a massive save. And now we are playing with confidence. Salah finds Dominic, who is through on goal, passes the ball to Isak, who is not going to miss from there. It is 3-1. Isak grabs his second of the night, and now this turning into a complete nightmare for Arsenal. Rodrigo is through. He finds Isak and the hat-trick is completed. With the full-time whistle, we have won the game 4-1, and surely after this performance, they are going to sack their new manager as well. And now it is time for the biggest test of the season. It is Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals. The first leg was a draw. That means the second leg will decide who will go to the semi-finals. Meanwhile, we continue our winning streak in the Premier League. As of now, we're sitting at the top with City have yet to play the game against Chelsea. Now coming back to the Champions League, it is an away night at the Bernabeu. This isn't just another game. This match defines our entire season and there's only one option: we have to win it. Vinicius Jr. on the ball. Even 2 or 3 players try to take the ball away from him, but he still got the ball. Vinicius Jr. finds Kylian Mbappe, and it's Real Madrid who strikes first in today's game. And it's his 11th goal of the Champions League, and the Bernabeu is erupting. Just after a few minutes, Chiesa skipped past Arnold and silenced the Bernabeu by scoring the equalizer. It's Gravenberch who picks out Ekitike and he scored the goal, and for the first time of this time we are leading against Real Madrid. And just after the goal, Valverde tried to injure Salah and he was rightly booked for it, but it could have easily been a red card. It's Bellingham charging forward with the ball, but Van Dijk with the tackle, a season-defining tackle it is. Salah completely destroyed Real Madrid defense inside the box and he pulls the trigger, and this is goal number 3 for us. Well, this time it goes down as an own goal by Courtois and Real Madrid got the taste of their own medicine. Chiesa finds Ekitike, but his shot was off target. Right after that, Real Madrid have decided to bring on Camavinga. It's Kylian Mbappe with the shot, but it seriously takes something special to beat our keeper. Mohamed Salah finds Ekitike, but his shot got blocked. At the full-time whistle, we have defeated another giant and are through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. In the next 2 Premier League games, we have won points against Everton but dropped points against Brighton. But still, we are at the top of the table as City has finally lost the game against Arsenal. Moreover, they drew against Crystal Palace. After that, we win the game against Southampton in the FA Cup semi-finals. That means we are through to the finals against Manchester United. So far, everything has been going according to the plan, but now the biggest challenges are here. In the Champions League semi-finals, we face PSG, and in the league, it's a massive game against Manchester United. In the first leg of the Champions League, we completely dominated PSG as we won 3-0. Well, with that result, we already have one foot in the Champions League finals. But shifting focus back to the Premier League, it is time for the Northwest Derby. Well, if we want to win the league, this is a must-win game. Well, Manchester United sliced through our defense and scored the first goal of the game, and honestly, we did not see that coming. Well, just before half-time, Gravenberch got a golden opportunity, but he hits the pole. Manchester United on the attack, sliding tackle everywhere, but they still got the ball and eventually scored the second goal of the night. And now we have just got 35 minutes to turn this game around. After just few minutes, Rodrigo made a fine run. He finds Isak and he scored the opener for us. Well, with the time left, I think there's still hope in this game. Manchester United comes forward once again, but this time keeper denies them. Well, Manchester United are not done yet. They bring on Mason Mount replacing Ugarte. And just after a few minutes, Mbeumo scored the goal and it is 3-1 and Manchester United are cruising towards the victory. Well, we face more humiliation as Manchester United scored the fourth goal of the game. With the full-time whistle, we have lost the game 4-1 and this has been our biggest defeat of the season. With this result, we step back to the second place, but we do have a game in hand. But that is against Chelsea, which is far from an easy fixture. But before that, we have a second leg to play against PSG. Although we have a 3-goal lead, but what happened at United, we have to be sharp in every context. PSG are deep inside our box. They are passing the ball pretty well, but our defense stops their attack. Well, we are struggling against this PSG team and they made it count. Dembele scored the goal for them and suddenly the gap has been reduced to 2 goals. Later, Rodrigo got a good chance, but it was saved by the keeper. Just at the start of the second half, Ekitike made a brilliant run and scored a banger, and just like that, our 3-goal lead has been restored. And just after a few minutes, Ekitike strikes once again and the lead has now grown to 4 goals. At the 77th minute, Florian Wirtz put the game under bat as the lead grows to 5 goals. And with the full-time whistle blown, we have won the game with the aggregate score of 6-2 and are through to the Champions League finals. But today, the pressure only gets bigger. First, a massive clash in the Premier League against Chelsea. A win today is like putting one hand on the Premier League title. And then comes the ultimate test as we take on Manchester United in the FA Cup final. One match, one trophy, season on the line. For the match against Chelsea, I will be making one key change as Chiesa will be starting instead of Rodrigo and Gakpo, and the rest of the team remains the same. So here we are at Anfield. 3 points are absolutely crucial today because Pep Guardiola still believes that Manchester City can win the Premier League. The first attack of the game is Mohamed Salah, and what a save by Sanchez to deny him. Salah gets another chance, but this time he makes it count and we are leading 1-0. In the start of the second half, Konate jumped on the field, but somehow the situation got under control. Now it's Chiesa with the solo run, cutting inside brilliantly, but his shot was off target. Mohamed Salah tries his luck from outside of the box, but Sanchez made another solid save. Just after a few minutes, Salah finds Cody Gakpo and he taps in to make it 2-0. Chelsea comes nearly close as Cole Palmer nearly scores the goal, but his shot was off target by a tiny margin. In the end, we won the game 3-0, but right after this defeat, Chelsea made a big this season and their manager was shown the back door. In the next game against Crystal Palace, we won 3-0, and with this result, we are currently sitting at the top of the table with just 2 games left to play. But the focus now shifts to Wembley, the FA Cup final against Manchester United. For this match, I will be starting Ekitike and Gakpo after their performance in recent games. McAllister tried to score from a really tight angle, but it was off target. Salah finds Ekitike inside the box, but his shot was straight to the keeper. And now it's United on the attack. Sesko pulls the trigger, but solid save by the the keeper. Salah finds Ekitike once again, and this time he makes no mistake. We are leading in the FA Cup final. After just few minutes, Baldiv pushes forward. Salah took advantage and is through on goal, and there is no way he is going to miss that. Right at the stroke of half time, Gakpo unleashes a bullet and the scoreline is now 3-0, and Manchester United are in complete shock. Later on, Gakpo picks out Ekitike, but he hits the pole. At the 88th minute, Bruno Fernandes pulls one back for United, but it seems like it has come far too late. With the full-time whistle blows, we have done it. We have won the FA Cup as a Liverpool manager. We are up against Aston Villa and Brentford. Two tough games are standing between us and history. The pressure is real, but things are just getting interesting as City have once again dropped points, and this time against Bournemouth. That means we only had to win 1 game out of 2 in order to be crowned the champions of England. But the question is, can we survive this pressure and get this job done? So here we are at the Villa Park. This is not just another Premier League game. Today is the chance to seal our Premier League title. It's Salah with the first chance of the game. He strikes the shot, but it was saved by Martinez. It's Mohamed Salah once again. He finds Isak and he scored a banger to make it 1-0, and this is his 18th Premier League goal of this season. After just few minutes, it's Ollie Watkins who scored the goal, and suddenly the game is back on level terms. Near halftime, Villa defense opened up and we nearly scored the goal. It's Aston Villa once again moving forward, and it's Ollie Watkins who makes it 2-1. As of now, we are behind Aston Villa, but if it stays like this, then the title this season can go to the last game. Wirtz tries his luck from outside of the box, but Martinez denies him. A costlier mistake at the 80th minute, but keeper steps up and denies Sancho. Later, it's Mohamed Salah who was through on goal, a huge chance, but his shot got blocked. Near 90 minutes, Chiesa tried to score from outside of the box, but Martinez denies him. With the final whistle blows, we have lost against Aston Villa. That means the title race will depend on the last game, and if we lose that and City wins, then the title will be theirs. Well, it's a home game now, and there is no better place to lift the title than Anfield in front of your own fans. It's Brentford with the first attack of the game. We saw a deflection, but thankfully it goes straight to the keeper. Isak finds Salah who was through on goal, and he scored the goal to make it 1-0. Well, it's a good move. Rodrigo finds Wirtz, but his shot was just not good enough. It's Mohamed Salah once again from the outside of the box, but it was saved by the keeper. It's Salah who was through on goal once again. This has to be 2-0, but again keeper makes a solid save. But from the corner, Konate strikes and it is 2-0. We are leading with a 2-goal margin. Well, just when we thought we have won the game, Crystal Palace strikes and they are back in the game. Robertson slides for a tackle, 2-player goes down. Is there a penalty? Ref goes to his pocket and it's a yellow card, not a red card, and thankfully the tackle was just inches away outside the box. It's Brentford with the free kick and smashes straight to the wall. It's Brentford with the last attack of the game, ball inside the box, but the header was off target. And that's it. With the full-time whistle blown, we are the champions of England, and this is our 4th trophy as a Liverpool manager. But the season is not over yet. One final battle remains, that is the Champions League final against Barcelona. Well, this title means everything. Until now, we have won all 4 competitions and haven't lost a single one. But before the final, the player of the season has been announced, and somehow it has been given to Omar Marmoush from Manchester City, a team that haven't won a single competition this season, and honestly they should have been gone to someone from Liverpool. As we move closer to the final, there is a massive problem. Our top scorer Ekitike has been suspended and is going to miss the biggest game of the season. With Ekitike suspended, our options are limited and we are against a world-class Barcelona, and definitely this game is not going to be easy for us. We started the game on the front foot, a big chance, McAllister with the shot, but Garcia with a strong save. It's Rafinha for Barcelona. We are in big trouble, but Van Dijk steps up and clears the ball. It's Barcelona once again on the attack, and I really don't know how we survived that. Barcelona are playing their traditional passing game. We cannot even touch the ball, and it's Lamine Yamal who scored the first goal of the game, and we are trailing 1-0 in the finals. Lamine Yamal causing problem for us. He's once again pulls the trigger, but this time keeper keeps us alive. We are struggling at the moment. Barcelona with yet another attack, but keeper make another save to save us. Well, we did got some opportunities in this game. Isak had some chances, but they didn't go in. And right now we all can feel the absence of Ekitike. Mohamed Salah tried to score from long range, but keeper denies him. From the corner, it's Konate with the header, but it was off target. At the start of the second half, we find some opening. Isak with a decent try, but it was saved by the keeper. And now it is Rodrigo who was through on the wing, but Ronald Araujo clears the ball for Barcelona. Well, this is the moment Salah puts it on the plate for Isak, but he failed to score the goal. Well, Barcelona on the attack once again, and it is Rafinha this time to make it 2-0, and as of now, it is looking very unlikely that we can get back in this game. At the 90 minutes, Rafinha links up with Yamal and he taps it in an open goal, and it is 3-0. This Barcelona team has completely destroyed us. And with the full-time whistle, our Champions League dream has come to an end. Well, Barcelona are crowned the champions tonight, and this season ends in a heartbreak. But what a season it has been, a domestic treble and a community shield, definitely an unforgettable campaign.